Alrighty, let's continue. Alpha, no, I shall talk to you. The Intercession of Saints. Just when we were starting to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Horchefont and find out what he has learned. Okay. Just around the corner. Inside this kind of castle-ish building. Cutscene fade to black. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume, says the taciturn temple knight. Female. Cool looking. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The knight thinks. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Horchefont said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Mercy. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Jazz Wolf. Knowing is half the battle. I would like to get good at League of Legends, but I think to do that would require finding a group of like-minded people to play as a team together and kind of share knowledge, talk in like a voice chat, and it requires a lot of focus for the duration of a game, so that I can't always promise. Here's a house 4 attempts tonight. But it's such an intricate game with so many items and so many champions and so many builds, and it's fun watching videos of people who do it well. I mean, that's probably true of most games, but some games are more boring than others, but League is not boring to me, and I wish that I were better. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Lord Horchefont bid you speak with us? Then you must be... Beg your pardon, scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own, hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack, not that his presence amounted to much. What was the point of coming out here? Hey, things were taken. They didn't take the cart. That's it. You could have told me that from afar. Have you not heard of link shells? They're all over the place. They're all the rage. Newest technology. Wait, are you upstairs? Huh, I didn't even know this place had an upstairs. Okay, but seriously. What? Where are you? Oh, these stairs. Duh. You idiot. Alright. Surviving squire. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Ah, hinted at it earlier, baby. I mean, I have the benefit of already having done all this. Even if I haven't really read all the quest texts, I still know things. Luckily, I am still learning enough through the quest texts that I haven't read before, and dialogue I haven't read before and listened to, so it's interesting to me. I know more things that I'm curious how things unfold the way that I know that they do in a couple different matters, but here's Alphino with Horshafon and a taciturn Temple Knight. Cutscene fade to black. Oh, you've returned. What news do you have you for us? You share the news. It seems Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino, says the taciturn Temple Knight. Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Horshafon, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Horshafon, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Yerp. Just take the Gilligan. Gilligan. Have I not said that before? Because it feels like the first time I've said Gilligan. Anyway. Alphino, strength in unity. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Menphilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Mercy, pray join me in the White Brim front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Driamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there, then? Good. Good. Oh, she looks awesome! She looks like a freaking cowgirl! How do I get that? Hold on. Don't run away! Oh. She legit looks like a cowgirl, and it's awesome. I don't usually care much about glamour, but I'm loving that. Sexy cowgirl. And I'm not talking like a bovine female, like a girl in a cow costume, but like a shoot 'em up, Wild Wild West kind of cowgirl. I think she had Daisy Dukes. Probably the main attraction for me was the Daisy Dukes. I mean, the entire outfit looked cool, but sucker for short shorts. Who isn't, though, I suppose. Alright, we are, I believe, at House Forton. I believe that's where Lord Driamont calls his home. Americ is here with the Taciturn Knight, and Alphino is the cowgirl here. No. Sad. Cutscene. The Signs of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart? Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Driamel. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the descriptions provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Aymeric. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Driamel has one in mind. We get like a cutscene of some people that look like maybe Ishgardian guards or Camp Dragonhead kind of guards, just inspecting some cargo in kind of like this icy tunnel, icy cave. Yes, excellent, says the heretic mage. Oh, I guess they're heretics. And here is the silver-haired, blue-garbed, black, thigh-high booted. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Long silver hair. Strength and unity is completity. Next quest, Dark Words, Dark Deeds. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without our other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume? We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in the future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean Tremel in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Leave via the top. Wait. Where's the marker? Oh, straight down. I was like, what? We are waiting at a destination point. A couple of knights are talking. Some caravans are around here. Seems one knight is off duty, leaving his post. We are watching him. We will leave via the southwest gate, as did he, and Jazzwolf our way over to where he might be now. The accused knight is standing here, and we're gonna wait at this destination for what's about to happen. He walks off. He He's gone on the road to the east. We'll follow him along the road. Well, not along the road. We're gonna be covert. We're gonna kind of go along the cliffside, try to hide behind trees and shit. We're stealthy, except for the loud jazz music this wolf keeps playing everywhere it goes. It's probably not very stealthy. The accused knight is waiting out in the open, and then he starts to run. I don't think that it was related to him seeing us. He just, instead of walking off, he ran off this time. Maybe he wanted to seem nonchalant at first. The further he got away, the more comfortable he felt to run back to his mistress, the Iceheart Queen. We're in a tunnel, a very rocky, unsnowy, unicy tunnel. Basically, kind of, I'm sure it's a cold wind that blows through here, but no snow, no ice. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall. Why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice, or they'll hear us in white brim front. Yes, of course. The temple knights are... Mumble, mumble. In Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about Mumble Mumble. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels, Mumble Mumble, dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, Mumble Mumble, if you waste my time again, is that clear? They nod to each other. The mage that looks similar, dressed to the heretic mages, possibly even the one that was kneeling to Iceheart, seems to be the one who just met with the off-duty knight. He looked pretty similar. The problem is the barrier to entry in League of Legends is pretty high because there are so many items, and if you want to get good, you gotta be good for people to want to play with you. And, yeah. Is this cowgirl? No, that's pirate dude, pirate cat dude. Eh. Dreamel. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? You explain what happened? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard more, or heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, and confident they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is the key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. I'm only about 18 minutes here. I'll do the next quest too. First Blood. That's from League of Legends. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once, but knowing nothing of our enemies' numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If alone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy. The lives of our allies are at stake. Yeah. For some reason, I knew the word was stake, and I wanted to say sake, but I said stake, and then I thought it was sake, and I'm like, oh, blarg is what I say to these things in my head. For goodness sake, let's eat some cake. Or whatever. We're running through that tunnel. Secret tunnel. There's a part of this land I've described before that kind of looks like it has been in upheaval. The underneath of these kind of upheaved portions of land that kind of look like their fingernails, as like maybe there's like the earth has been molded into like a claw, and the underside of the fingernails is like blood red crystal, and then it's just snowy on top. But there's a few jagged kind of fingernail-y kind of precipices that, and there's giants that patrol here, and a very common fate of this like Clythios, big old giant with a two-handed axe. And then in this area there are a bunch of dead knights, it appears. Can you guys group up so I can kill you all in like togetherness? Thank you very, very much. Come on. Paralyze has to go. Get rid of it. Hate it. Cut it out. Really? But you guys don't want to mess with me. Just I promise you. You just don't. But heretics be hereticking. Fallen heretics effects. So we were attacked by 3 and then another 2. I was able to make them coalesce around their mage for the first wave of 3, but the 2 I just took one-on-one. I am quite aware that my camera is off, by the way. I haven't really felt much of a need to turn it back on, to be entirely honest. You know what I look like by now. It isn't impressive, and it means I can slouch to my heart's content. Although I try not to. I try to remember that I am slouching and then try to undo it. Ow. Ow. My knight sent no word of your coming, Mercy. What has happened? What is that in your hand? Brittle parchment. Cutscene, fade to black. You tell him what happened. By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered, and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durndir must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. First Blood is complete. As is this video. This is not a rested XP area, so we'll be moving to there. But it's relaxy time. Might kind of look at the items available in League of Legends and kind of maybe dip my foot into it a bit more. I played a lot back when I first found out about the game and started watching Cloud9 and all that shit in like the LCS and Worlds and whatnot. Fell for a girl on Twitch who was very into C9 and yeah, but I was dumb. And played a lot against the computer, like a lot against the computer with other players against the computer. And like I learned a bunch, but I was always too afraid to be too shit in a group in against like PvP and drag my group down because I didn't know where to place wards and I wasn't great at like I think what was it called, like action stopping, like you would attack, but you would move before the attack animation was complete so that you could move sooner, or the attack would go off sooner, something like that. Can't remember what it's called, but it's a very vital part in a lot of ways if you can perfect it. But anyway, and then I just stopped because you can only play against the computer so much before it gets boring, and then I didn't have the nerve to try playing PvP more, to learn more, because I didn't want to be the reason the team failed. And then it's a very toxic environment too on League of Legends, so even from your own team, especially from your own team, really, like the other team is just kind of taunts and fun, but from your own team you can get vitriol, you can get just horrible things. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next Final Fantasy XIV video, and until then,